Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make Nkukwo. I hope you like this video and enjoy. So first of all, I'm going to be peeling my cocoyam. I have two cocoyam here, two bunch of cocoyam. I'm going to be peeling this first of all, and then that's the first thing. I'll wash it after peeling and we get it ready. So right now you're going to be peeling it with knife or potato peeler, but I'll just make use of my little knife here. Peel it neatly. I'm sorry you can't see clearly because of the positioning of the camera. Okay, so after peeling we'll cut and wash. Okay, so right now I'm done peeling. Next step is that I'm gonna begin to section it, cut it into bits, so it'll be easy for me to grate it or blend it. But actually I'm gonna be blending because grating is gonna be so much work because I have a little baby here and most of the time she needs my attention. That's amazing and I really love that. But anyway, so I'm gonna be blending it to also give it the same result and to be faster. So just watch me as I section this and I blend it. So right now, after cutting it into bits, this is what you get. It makes it easier for you, and then all we have to do now is blend. Okay, so right now I added some part of the cocoyam into the blender, and I'm just going to be running the blender until it gets smooth. So while blending, you can see it looks dry. All I need to do is add some water, not so much water, just a little bit of water, and watch it while I blend. I'm going to be blending this until it gets smooth. Okay, I'll finish blending this set and then I'll continue with the others, and just keep doing this until you get a smooth consistency. Okay, so let's continue. While blending, just keep checking. Just your whole idea is to blend it until it becomes smooth. Okay, if you need to add water, but make sure you clean the sides, so everything doesn't turn out messy. Make sure to clean the sides, okay, with your spatula. So that's what I'm doing right now, and I'll just keep doing this until it becomes smooth. Okay, so that's our target. Okay, right now our cocoyam is well blended, and I just checked the texture, and as you can see from the camera, it's well blended, no lumps. It's smooth and well blended, ready to be used for Ekpang Nkukwo. Okay, some people use water yam, which is okay, but whatever you do, cocoyam, water yam, just make sure you get a smooth consistency. Okay, right now we're just going to be turning it into a bowl, and then turn it into a clean bowl from the blender, or if you use a grater, if you're using a grater, you grate it into a bowl. Okay, but that's basically how we saw it while growing up. The way my mom used to do it, she would use a grater, but that's okay, it's still fine, but it's really time consuming, and I think it's more stressful, especially when you have so much to do nowadays. You want to save time, and whatever you prefer that works for you. Don't get me wrong, grading is not bad, but it's a choice. Okay, so I blend it to save time, like I said earlier. So okay, we're going to turn it into a bowl right now and mix for our Ekpang Nkukwo. So I've seen someone who just went ahead rolling this, but growing up I'll see my mom do this. She'll take palm oil, just a little, and she'll just give a touch, not so much, in the cocoyam, right? And then she'll mix it. So I'm just gonna be doing that. Okay, just to change the look. And I think I'm gonna ask her again the other reasons, okay? But instead of it just coming out white, it will come out like you know, this color. See how the cocoyam changed it now. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna begin to prepare our wrap. I'll set this aside, and this is the collard green. Okay, so right now I'm just gonna be preparing this. So this is a collard green. It has this stalk that runs down here. I'm just gonna take my knife and get rid of this stalk. Okay, just do this. Very easy. Be careful with your knife. Okay, you see this? I'm gonna toss it. So now I'm gonna divide this into two. Okay, and divide it, try to make it into like square. 1, 2, you know, because I'm gonna be wrapping, so I just need it to come out like this, a wrappable size. Okay, so you see this? See this? So I'm just gonna do this again. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Take this one out. So I'm just gonna finish this off camera, and we'll get Okay, so this is the last one. It's actually a baby size. I'm just gonna be doing the same thing. Take out the stalk, separate it, and these are the stalks left. I'm just gonna take it out and clean my wok surface so I can continue. Make sure to always clean your wok surface. Okay, so right now this is a vegetable, the collard green. You need a clean bowl. I put my collard green, and right now what I'm going to be doing is to put in some hot water, because collard green has this hard texture and taste. Okay, but basically you want to beat that hard texture of the leaf so you'll be able to wrap conveniently, and it won't be so kind of like bitter in the meal. Okay, first of all, we need to beat down the hard texture of the leaf, and then this is what the hot water does. Okay, basically it helps to give it a lighter weight. So right now I'm going to be pouring the hot water and put it in the leaf to help to soften it, to make the leaf lighter, and it makes it easier for you. Right now this hot water is not taking out the green, the color of the leaf. No, it's not taking it out. It's just cleaning it and making the leaf lighter, okay, to enable you wrap, and it also helps the taste. So right now make sure the hot water goes in. Now to continue, first off, we're going to be bringing out our pots and add not like a whole palm oil, but just rub in some palm oil into the pot. Even though I'm using a non-stick pot, I still rub my palm oil, because cocoyam, since it's grated and it's lighter, it could have a way of sticking to the pot, so we don't want our food sticking or getting burnt before it's ready. Okay, So we're going to rub palm oil everywhere. Just use your brush to rub it round and into the pot. Okay, so you do this and then you begin to wrap. So first of all, you want to put in your periwinkle, but since I'm not using periwinkle because I think I couldn't get any from the African store here, I'm going to be putting in my wraps and then my seasoning and my spices and my ingredients in layers. I'll wrap. After a layer, I'll put in ingredients and I'll put in more wraps and ingredients. Okay, I'm going to be doing that in layers rather, in order to get it well mixed and to make sure everything goes in properly. Because although this Ekpang Nkukwo looks like porridge, but it's actually not like porridge. It's not porridge where you have to keep stirring. Okay, so you want to be careful you don't have a messy meal and everything goes in and it's tasty. Okay, so I have a bowl here and I'm going to put in my spices and hot water, because you don't that's the way you do it with the spices. Okay, so I'm just going to be putting that and set it aside. And now it's time to wrap. We have our bowl of blended cocoyam. Our bowl of blended cocoyam, and I have like a platform where I'm going to be wrapping. So I'll just take one leaf, take out that stalk, lay it. You have the hard side and the smooth side, so you're going to be wrapping from the hard side so it folds in properly. You don't want, when you lay it in the pot, everything begins to loosen while cooking. So you want to use the hard part up and the smooth side down. Okay, so your, let's call it batter for now, cocoyam batter goes into the hard part. So I'm using my ice cream scoop and put it there and roll it. See that? Roll it smoothly. There you go. And then lay it in the pot. So while rolling, if you have any excesses by the side, all you need to do is just take it out. Okay, and you repeat this process after the first layer. Like I said, I'll show you what I do after the first layer. So you keep doing this until you're done. So we'll roll this second one. This is kind of a lot of work, but it's worth it. It's really worth it. So keep rolling. Nice and easy, very easy. You put it, just continue like that. Okay, so quickly, for the cocoyam batter, it's important to know what I did. So after blending, I put a pinch of just a little salt. Okay, add salt to taste, and then before rubbing in oil, I'm sorry, that was off camera. So you want to put in a little bit of salt, you know, because it has a way of, when it's ready, if it doesn't, the spices you put is fine, but it really has to be tasty, not salty. Okay, I'll show you how I put in my spices so you get to know what I mean. At least at the end of our cooking, you'll see, and I hope you understand what I'm trying to say, the message I'm trying to pass. So you put in a little pinch of salt and then the oil, and mix it before you start rolling. Okay, and so just to get that noted, and lest I forget. Right now we have our first layer. You see how nicely wrapped that is? Okay, after this we want to put in our ingredients. Now we'll put in the onion, not everything, just a part of it, our beef tripe. Now make sure you spread it, not everything, just in bits. because you're going to have another layer and you're going to repeat the same process. Right now I'm going to put in my smoked gizzard, my smoked and chopped gizzard, okay? And after that I'm going to put in my smoked shrimps and my smoked beef, smoked and diced beef, and then my smoked fish. I actually smoked this fish at home, mackerel fish. I bought it fresh and I smoked it at home. And then my habanero pepper, just a little of that too, and nicely. And my crayfish, not everything, you know, for this layer. Right now you want to wash your hands, and then see how beautiful this looks. Okay, it looks well placed. And make sure you wash your hand before you continue wrapping. For the second layer, this is a whole lot of work, right? But it's worth it. It's nutritious. It's just a pot of nutrients wrapped in collard green. I mean, lots of collard green, you know, collard green wrapped with cocoyam batter. This is amazingly traditionally nutritious. It's really good and healthy meal. Okay, really healthy. So we just want to keep wrapping for our second layer. Okay, you keep doing this process all over, and you keep repeating it, and that's how we get a well seasoned Ekpang Nkukwo. So we got into the point where we're almost done wrapping. I ran out of prepared collard green, so I had to reach out for an extra bunch I have in my fridge. All I just needed were two jumbo leaves, which I did off camera. Prepared it, cleansed it, washed it with salt, water, and put in some hot water. The same thing I did for the other ones, and now I'm wrapping. I'm so glad I'm almost done, because this was a lot. This is actually a lot. So these are my final wraps, and no need to waste any batter, and we're almost done. And remember, after this stage we're going to continue our process. Well, I'm so glad this is the last part. I'm done wrapping. Oh, thank goodness, I'm done wrapping. Yay! So right now, you see how beautifully wrapped and well placed it is. I'm going to be doing the same process, adding my remaining crayfish. Okay, make sure it goes round. Adding the crayfish. Next, I want to be adding my dried shrimps, my smoked shrimps. Add it, and just keep adding all the same things you added initially. Now I'm adding my smoked fish. So this is the next batch and the final. I'm not leaving anything out of the pot. I'm just going to be adding everything. That's my smoked fish. Be careful to check for bones. Okay, make sure, you know, this smoked fish have a way of having some bones left, so you want to be careful. That's my smoked gizzard, and then you add your smoked beef. Now, talking about the fish, especially if you have little ones in the house eating, You want to be careful they don't get fish bone rather into their throat, okay, even for adults, so watch out for that. So I'm done with my ingredients, and over here right now my beef tripe, and I have my red pepper because I want that red look in it. I had to cut in my capsicum, that's my bell pepper, just a portion. I had to cut it into bit like habanero pepper, like ghost pepper, okay, because I couldn't get ghost pepper. I had to use this, and right now I'm adding it. Make sure it goes round, okay. And look at this. This is really pretty and colorful. Wow, this is beautiful. I'm so impressed at what I've been able to put together. And right now, my spices, I'm not going to put in the spices like this. Remember I told you have to add in hot water. You know, when you're cooking your normal porridge, you just put in water right now, right? But because porridge, you'll be able to mix and stir, but you don't want to do that until this is well cooked before you start stirring. So that's why you're putting in your hot water in. I'm putting in my hot water in the bowl of spices before I put it into the pot. Okay, so somebody else could put in the hot water now, just in the meal in the pot, the uncooked meal in the pot. But I'm gonna put it in my spices before I put it in the pot. So over here for my spices, I have my seasoning powder. I have a little bit of salt, and I have my onion powder, and my little bit of garlic powder. I just love garlic in everything I eat, okay. It's optional, but that's it for me. So I'm going to be mixing it and check for taste. Okay, so checking for taste. If it's not what you need, you can just top it up with a little bit more spice. Make sure you don't put your spices on top, your dry spices on top, because it's not going to mix well. It's going to be lumpy, and you just have it in some sides, and you're just going to be frustrated at the end. You don't want that to happen. Okay, then I like putting water by the side, not on top. You can put it on top, whatever works for you, but I was taught when you put water by the side, it's better, okay. It still holds your seasoning, okay. And right now I have a good amount of water. You don't want to put too much water, you just want to put something moderate, because remember your vegetable has leaf and it's going to come out all juicy, okay. So right now at this point we're going to be transferring this into the stove, but before that you have to add your palm oil, okay. You're cooking with palm oil, you're cooking this meal with palm oil, so you have to put in your palm oil. Beautiful. So if you think your palm oil is not ready, it's not okay, so if you think your palm oil is not enough, you can still add a little bit more, but I'm okay with this, okay. Then I'll just give it a good shake and put it on fire. Look at that. Just look at this. This is really, really beautiful. Really traditional and beautiful. Cover my lid, and then you know what next we're gonna do right now. Make sure you put it on medium heat, not high heat, okay, so your food doesn't burn. You want it to cook round and cook well on medium heat, okay. You keep checking. This is really beautiful. All right guys, so let's take a wait while this cooks. Okay, so at this point we're gonna be checking it to see if it's ready. I doubt, but right now we just want to be sure. Okay, over there I put the remaining onion I had. So it's boiling well. It's not burning, it's boiling well, okay. And I'm just gonna check it from the side by putting in my spoon and just see how it goes, okay. Right now you see how it's boiling. This looks really good. You see the water level. Now you're not just going to be stirring randomly like you're stirring the normal yam porridge or some kind of porridge that doesn't just break. Remember, this is like a batter in wrapped in the leaf. You don't want it to be all smudgy and messy. So I'm just giving it a good shake first. Okay, yes, it's not burnt, but I just need to give it a little good shake so it will loosen up. Okay, right now we're gonna check our porridge. Our Ekpang Nkukwo should be ready in a bit. Right now we're just gonna be giving it a stir. You know, you want to be cautious, you want to take your time and not rush over. You see how it's still wrapped? The leaf is not one side and you're looking for the wraps. Everything is well wrapped and in place. Oh, I'm so glad I actually put this together. This is nice. Yay, I did good. Okay, so you give it a stir. You see the way I'm stirring it? I'm not stirring it like power stir, just from the side, and then you check for taste. When I tasted it, I gave myself a thumbs up. This is really good. At this point, if you want to put more spices, feel free. But our meal is ready and ready to serve. Okay? I can't wait. So, yeah.